collect your girl Adeola. People of Kogi State, your governor is owing between 2 to 21 months of salaries and pensions. It's Labor Day! Labor Day! People are dying! Last week in Kogi State, this man and his wife lost their daughter, a primary 6 pupil, because the government didn't pay the father for 10 months and they couldn't afford hospital bill.
You heard what you're saying, but 10 months salary. 10 months salary.
Wow. Like, I couldn't watch that video. Now that girl was not supposed to, that girl was not supposed to die. Like, she was not supposed to die. And I still don't understand why we don't treat people in Nigerian hospitals unless they pay money. Like, only God knows how many lives have been cut short because of this. Meanwhile, the governor is saying he's only owing 2 months salary. Look at this man. Like, I look at this couple and I'm like, where would they even start from? A child that you have raised till she got to primary 6. And this same governor declared holiday in his state when Buhari came back from London. You guys remember? His own people don't have access to the hospital that Buhari has access to. Yet he declared a public holiday because Buhari came back. 21 months of salaries. And this man is getting paid. He's getting his own salaries and all his own allowances. And when workers went on strike, he said that those workers are political civil servants. That the real civil servants are still coming to work. And on top of that, he said no work, no pay. That means that he won't pay workers that go on strike. How can you be so cruel? Last week, a director at Kogi State Teaching Service Commission committed suicide because he was not paid for almost a year. The man sold his car. He sold the house that he was constructing. Family members said that the house was almost completed, but he sold it for 1.5 million naira. That's about $4,200. And then 10 days before he killed himself, his wife gave birth to triplets. They've been married now for 17 years with no children. So this will be their first children. 10 days after the 3 boys were born, he left this note that says, Psalm 121 verse 3, God will not suffer your foot to be moved. He that keepeth you will not slumber. You and the 3 boys, the God Almighty will keep you and prosper you. I love you. Oh, I'm so sorry. To think this is like their first children, you know what I mean? This is something he waited for 17 years, and then because it got tough, he bailed out. It's not fair. It's not fair to the woman or the boys. So he told his wife that he needed to pick something, and they didn't know that he was actually on his way to Kogi to kill himself. Now, what did the government say after all this? They came out and said, well, he had stroke before killing himself. And I'm like, what? And then they said, well, he lied about his age. That's why they stopped paying him since December. And I'm like, I'm not saying anyone should lie about their age, but you didn't fire him. He was still coming to work. He was still working for you since December, and you did not pay him. And then they said that his name is actually on the list of the next batch for payment. And I'm like, wow. No words of condolence to his family. Nothing like, oh, we'll take care of the children and the wife. See, I mean, Nigerian government sometimes, they're so pathetic. And can I just say to anybody that may be thinking about suicide, because honestly, you just never know who's watching, please don't do it. If that's you and things are tough, please do not kill yourself. If truly you love your family members, leaving them is not the solution at all. They will live the rest of their lives devastated, and then lives becomes even harder without you, for them trying to make ends meet. Look at this man's wife and his children. No matter what your situation is, please don't give up on life. There is still hope, even if you don't see it right now. Trust me, the best is yet to come. So I really pity the people of Kogi State, because not only is your governor useless, so no offense, your excellency, I'm not abusing you, I'm just saying. So not only is their governor useless, but one of their senators is equally useless. I'm talking about my uncle Dino Melaya. You know, I'm not abusing you, as you know. And both of them are young, is what I don't understand. The governor is 42, Senator Melaya is 43. And 2 weeks ago, Dino Melaya posted these pictures on Instagram where he was boasting about his cars. All these cars, by the time you put all their prices together, they are what? Billions of naira. One Rolls Royce alone is $400,000. Although we don't know how much he paid for his, but Rolls Royce is not cheap. And you know what he wrote on Instagram? He said, my toy is my passion, honey. Talk, oh yeah, talk. I said, hey, Fanta, This is a leader in Nigeria. How did we get here? This is a senator. My people of Kogi State, your eyes have seen. You see why I said that my uncle is useless? I'm not abusing him. One friend can say, I'm not abusing you, as you know, but uncle one friend can say. Now, after posting that picture, this same man, he was yabbing the governor for wasting money. He went on Instagram and said, Yaya Bello, that is the name of the governor. Yaya Bello spent 40 million naira on adverts in leadership newspaper. I think he meant adverts. Yes, he has 7 degrees, so this must be a typo. So I think he was trying to say adverts. Anyway, so he said Yaya Bello spent 40 million naira on adverts to propagate lies when he has not paid salaries and pensions for over 15 months. I said, so Uncle Dino knows that people have not been paid for 15 months? La ilaha illallah Muhammadu Rasulullah. And then he said that workers are on strike and he is engaging in colossal wastage. God help us. I said, colossal. So Dino Melaye knows the meaning of colossal wastage. Please stop. Just stop. Uncle, move closer. Stop it. You're embarrassing me. Look at Kettle calling the pot black. You spent billions of our money on cars. And you are still talking. You are hey, what is this? Hey, Fanta, take it down. What is this? I know, sorry my people, these are the kinds of photos that Uncle Dino posts. After telling us that people have not been paid for 15 months, he will go and post a photo, like seriously. Uncle, my people of Kogi, in other parts of the world, if parents should lose a child because of unpaid salaries, and if a worker should commit suicide because of unpaid salaries, by now there would have been serious uproar. By now, people will be shouting everywhere. There would have been serious protest, uproar, outburst, turmoil, whatever you want to call it. When will you stand up for what is right? You guys know I don't know anything. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real. So Nigerian government wants to take ownership of all the money, all the funds and bank accounts that are not linked to BVN. My people, you better wake up. That means that if you are living abroad and you are here to do your BVN, Nigerian government is now taking your money. Father! Now, I know that they gave people from 2014 till December of last year to do BVN, and many people did it. A lot of people even traveled for days. Some people had to stay in a hotel and pay before getting their BVN done. But it wasn't convenient for so many people because there are people that didn't even have BVN centers in the country where they live. Keep in mind, by the way, that they are doing this because of some people that stole money and they couldn't do BVN because they can't give account of how the money got into their account. So they are actually targeting stolen money. But in the process of trying to take over accounts with stolen money, a lot of innocent people will suffer. So if you are watching me, brothers and sisters, and you're here to do your BVN, you better go and do it. Hopefully they are still allowing people to do it. I know that they gave people 3 years, but honestly, I still don't think that they should take over people's accounts since these people did not steal the money. Especially when the real thieves are getting away with stolen money. At least we see Mama Patience, you know, do well. There is God, Jare, you know, do well. It's been a long time. Mama Patience, for example, they froze her account. Didn't her lawyer unfreeze? Is it unfreeze or unfroze? Her lawyer unfreeze the money so that madam can have her money back. I said her money, it's not even her money. All I know is President Jonathan now has all our money back, our money that she stole. Benny, she stole it and she has the money back. You cannot do anything about that. See, they can't do anything about that too. Instead, they are going after hard-working regular people that couldn't afford to take time off work to do BVN. I'm not saying that people shouldn't have done their BVN, but taking people's money, to me, that is robbery. Why not freeze their account until they can do the BVN? I mean, something like that. I'd like to hear from you guys about this, and if you're here to do your BVN, you better do your BVN. But you guys know I don't know much. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real. So moving on to Zimbabwe, the new chief of World Health Organization appointed Robert Mugabe of Zimbabwe as the goodwill ambassador. I was like, hey! He said that because Mugabe's country is a country that places universal health coverage and health promotion at the center of its policies to provide health care for all. I know fit laugh. I said, what? Is it the same Mugabe that goes to Singapore every time he gets sick for treatment? I'm like, the devil is a lie. That is like naming Nigerian President Buhari, the man that spends months in London hospital. Abomination. It is not going to happen. All these African leaders that cannot fix hospitals in their own country, they are naming them. So why are they lying to us that Mugabe makes healthcare priority in his country? Why do old people lie, by the way? Why do they, wait a minute. This is the leader of World Health Organization. Is this not Dr. Tedros from Ethiopia. I did a whole episode on this man. I did a whole episode about why they should not make this man the head of World Health Organization. Why am I not even surprised? Is there some favor that he wants from Mugabe? Because I'm so confused. I'd like to hear from Ethiopians who know this man. What is he up to? So many countries condemned this appointment, and now this man from Ethiopia said that he has removed Mugabe. Anyway, so let me know what you guys think about the fact that he had to wait for people to condemn him before he would say, you know what, maybe this is not a good idea. Let me know what you guys think. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real. Moving on to Somalia, last week more than 350 people were killed in Mogadishu when a car bomb and a truck bomb detonated at a busy intersection. Zobi Junction was filled with lots of shops, hotels, restaurants, and all kinds of businesses. Honestly, why would anybody think that killing people created by God would somehow make God happy? I still don't get it. Why would anybody think that they would be rewarded for taking a life that they did not create? As it is now, about 500,000 people have been killed in Somalia since the civil war started in 1991 and Al-Shabaab started operating. How many more people have to die is what I don't understand. Somalians all over the world are holding vigils for their loved ones. They're raising money to help out. There was this woman in Canada, Meran Kala, who said that she lost 22 family members that day. Imagine, imagine, how do you think she's sleeping at night? 22 of her family members, and she's not the only one. I've seen pictures of some of the victims, and my heart is so heavy. And a lot of young people like this woman. Also, hundreds of Somalians lined up to give blood, to donate blood, and to help out. It's so touching. Even a former member of Al-Shabaab, one of the founders, gave blood, and the government also flew some of the victims to Turkey for treatment. Now, besides the attacks by Al-Shabaab, this country, Somalia, has faced like 3 severe droughts. The drought was so bad in 2011 that about 260,000 people died because of drought. Thousands of people have fled Somalia, but while some people are trying to rebuild Somalia, Al-Shabaab keeps attacking. However, this has been the deadliest attack so far. Our deepest condolences to the people of Somalia. You guys don't know much. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real. Moving on to Rwanda, the court has refused bail for Diane Rwigara, the 35-year-old woman that challenged Kagame during the election. So they charged her with forging signatures, like I told you guys, and then they said that she was evading taxes, that her whole family evaded taxes, and then they said that she's planning a coup, all because she wanted to run against President Paul Kagame, which they didn't even allow her, so she never actually ran. So they arrested her, they arrested her mom, they arrested her sister. The mom said that they've been tortured and sometimes they go for days without food. In fact, she said that there was a time that they didn't give them food for a whole week. This is what is happening in Rwanda, and I still don't understand why some people defend Kagame. How do you justify something like this? You guys don't know much. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real. In the Democratic Republic of Congo, 28 opposition members were arrested last week. They said that they insulted the president, so I'm like, hey. So now you can be arrested for expressing your opinion, and why would they not express their opinion? Remember that Congo was supposed to have an election last year, November. The president Kabila cancelled it. He said that elections would hold in July of this year. When July came, he said there was no money for elections. And now he's saying that there won't be an election until 2019. So he's serving his third term now, by fire, by force. You see how dictators roll. And this is the youngest African president. You would think he would have something here. There is nothing. And when people protest, he arrests them. Let me know what you guys think about the fact that he arrested these opposition members, saying that they insulted him. You guys don't know much. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real. So before I sign out, I have to give some updates. First of all, I am so excited to tell you guys that the vital meal that we are trying to get to the IDPs is finally on its way to Nigeria. Thank you, Jesus. It is finally on its way to Nigeria. As you guys would remember, we raised funds on this show for shipping. And thanks again to all the people that donated. I am so grateful to every one of you. Unfortunately, because it took us long to raise the money, and at that time, actually, they had the food already in the containers. But because we couldn't raise the money on time, they gave the food to other people. So since that time, we've been trying to get another food donation, and I didn't want to do anything else because I promised you guys that it would be Vital Meal, and Vital Meal is very, very good. So we were trying to get another food donation. It got to the point where I almost cried. In fact, sometimes I'll be like, Lord, please, just help. People have donated money. Please help us. In fact, there were some viewers that asked for a refund of the money that they donated, and we gave it to them. So it was a lot of pressure. A lot was going on. So much was going on, and I couldn't give you guys any update because nothing was working out. But I'd like to give a huge shout out to Reverend Felix Awotula. That's the founder of Rehoboth Foundation in Texas. Remember, I told you guys that we partnered with them because they were the ones that secured the food, and we were trying to raise money for the shipping and getting the food to Nigeria. This man did not give up until another company was willing to give us food. Reverend Awotula has been doing humanitarian work for years, and not just in Nigeria, in different parts of the world actually. He's giving out food, giving out clothing and all kinds of stuff, and he's constantly organizing medical outreach in different parts of the world. So he takes teams of doctors and nurses to Nigeria from the US to treat people for free. So we were so excited to partner with them, and once again they came through. I'm so happy because this man finally secured another container of Vitamil, and today I can tell you that the food is finally on its way to Nigeria. So it's supposed to arrive early December. So please, custom people, anybody that knows people at customs, I beg, be nice to us. No give us wahala. Na charity work we dey do. The arrangement is that if this first container gets to Nigeria safely and it gets to people, this new company that gave us the Vitamil, they promised that they will be supplying it every month. So the money that you guys have donated will be used for clearing when this gets to Nigeria, for transportation to the places that we're taking the food to, and also for another shipping, which we are hoping would happen as soon as this one gets there. So thank you guys so much for donating, and a huge shout out once again for Reverend Awotula. Thank you so much, sir. And my second update, how do I even say this? Well, so first of all, thanks to every one of you that have watched this show for the last 6 years. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the encouragement, for all the comments on YouTube, on Facebook, and also thank you for all the fights sometimes in the comments and sometimes for the abuses. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. In fact, I don't care when people abuse me. So long as they are watching, it just tells me that they are watching the show. And I just want to thank every single one of you for watching this show for the last 6 years. A huge shout out to Koledowa as well. You know you're my man. I couldn't have done this without you. And of course, the biggest shout out to Sahara TV for giving me this platform to come into your homes for the last 6 years. Please give it up for my Oga. Seriously, the man has really tried. This man built a platform for so many people to voice their opinions, and I'm so grateful that I've had this platform on Sahara TV for so long. No one has ever censored what I said on this show. They allow me to roll like I want. So thanks to everybody. And no, I'm not quitting, because I know that some of you would now be like, why is she thanking us? No, I'm not quitting the show. However, due to circumstances beyond my control, this would be my last episode on Sahara TV's platform, which is really sad. It's so sad. I know. It's okay, I know, it's so sad. But you know, like I said, I like to continue with this show. I think, well, if you guys want. So I like to continue bringing you updates from Africa. So that means that all my videos from now will be uploaded on my YouTube channel, Adeola Fire. Of course, there is so much to be done. There is so much more to do. There are countries that I don't even get to in months. And so there is so much to do. So I would like to continue with this show. But I can only continue with your support, with you guys' support. The amount of time that it takes to do the research, to shoot the video, to edit the videos, it's not funny at all. It is not. And YouTube doesn't pay. I hope that you guys know that. They pay like tertiary, so you cannot depend on YouTube unless you are getting millions of views. But the good thing is, I found out that a lot of YouTubers like myself, a lot of creators, a lot of people that are making videos on YouTube, I found out that the way they make money is through the support of their viewers, those who enjoy them. So these viewers will support them on the page called patreon.com. And I've also created a profile on patreon.com if you would like to support me so that I can continue producing this show. You can pledge to support me on a monthly basis. I'm asking for like $2 and more. If you can give me $2, or if you can give me more than $2, you know I will thank you, mommy and daddy. So if you can pledge to support me every month, or if you want to give me a one-time support, that's also possible on patreon.com, and you can cancel at any time. That's the beauty of it. The only thing is you only get billed every 1st of the month. So if you would like to support me for me to produce shows this coming November, please visit my Patreon page before the end of the month and pledge if you would like to support me. Once again, the show will be free as it has been. I'm not going to charge anybody to watch the show, but I can only continue if some people would support me. So if you have enjoyed my show for the last 6 years, mommy mommy and daddy, and uncle and sister if you have enjoyed my show and you would like to make this possible. I don't know if I will still call it Keeping It Real with Adeola, but it will still be your girl, you know, bringing you African news. So hopefully you guys will support me. My Patreon page is patreon.com/Adeola Fayon. Anyway, you guys not know much. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real. Alright y'all, it's been real and I'm keeping it real right up in here. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And if you want to see my next episode, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Until next week, I'm gonna see y'all later. Peace out!